I'll make sure your dad behaves himself tonight, okay?
Okay.
Ally, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, questions for Ally.
What was the emotion like before the match with the starting lineup introduction for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone saw me cry. That was cool. But yeah, I was just completely overwhelmed with just joy and like so much support. I'm gonna cry again talking about it, but yeah, it's just really great to see everyone. And I'm sorry. But yeah, it was just amazing, and Husker Nation's so sweet, and it means so much to me.
Did you know that they were going to bring you that ball over there?
No, I didn't. That was so cute, and they wrote little notes on it, and it just means the world to me. I love them.
And then during the match, after a kill, I mean, usually whenever it'd be another USC player, there wasn't any applause. When you'd have a kill, there'd be, some applause there
Yeah.
from the crowd. I mean, even when there's a point against the Huskers,
Yeah.
that emotion also get to you as well, or, calm and collected out there on the court?
Yeah, I mean, once you get in the game, you kind of got to lock in, but I definitely noticed that, and I just really appreciated it, and yeah, it's just great to have that support all the time.
How difficult was it? I mean, you talked about that emotion before the game, but you came out swinging fairly well and played at a high level. I mean, how did you go about locking in?
Locking. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we got to do. Stuff happens outside of volleyball, and you just kind of, once it comes to game time, you got to focus, and I think that's something that I've kind of practiced and gotten used to, so yeah, I think just when it comes down to it, you got to lock in for your team.
Were you surprised at the amount of signs throughout the crowd with your name on them?
Yeah, that was so cute. Like, it made me so emotional just walking in. It was just so many little girls and people just having my back and being so supportive after I transferred. It's just so incredible and, like, unreal.
What does that say about a place like this where, in the era of the transfer portal, if you go back to your old school, sometimes they boo you, like, relentlessly. Just what does that say about this place?
Yeah, I mean, they always say there's no place like Nebraska. Everyone's just beyond supportive, and yeah, I think just being here over the years, that's something I've noticed, and it's always been the same, and you don't see that at other schools. And when I transferred, I was like wondering about those things, but I never really realized how much support I was actually going to get. It was overwhelming. Like, I knew they'd be supportive, but I didn't realize how incredible it truly would be, and that just says a lot about the state.
You saw a little bit last year when your sister played here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just with the ovation that you got tonight, like, what goes through your head? 'Cause it felt like it took forever, just how long people were clapping for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so grateful. Like, I love this program, and I'm just so grateful that I got to be a part of it. Obviously, I still graduated from here, so I'm still always going to be a Husker, but yeah, I mean, just coming, it feels like home here, and it's something that's really special, and I just love the people here.
What was it like playing here as a visitor after having those fans behind your back the whole time for 3 years?
Yeah, like I said, it felt like home, honestly. Even though I was playing for another team, I never felt uncomfortable or unwelcomed, and that's just something that the state always brings, just so much support.
Was there
anything in town you got to do that you wanted to while you're back? I know it's a short travel time, but...
Yeah, I know, we're here for like 24 hours, but yeah, I got to see the friends, and I had dinner with my family, and just got to see a bunch of people I haven't seen in a while, so that was just really amazing.
Were you able to give your teammates an extra little edge on scouting in comparison to Ohio State earlier or in other previous opponents, because you've been with Nebraska's players for the past 3 years in comparison to going up against Ohio State earlier this week? And I was like, not as much experience knowing exactly how they are as a team.
Yeah, I think obviously it's nice having that experience, especially going against your old team, but I think ultimately we were trying to just focus on ourselves and play our game, and I think that is something that's just most important when you're playing other teams.
Final questions for Ally?
We talked to Lexi earlier last week, and she said that when she watched you play on television, you just seemed to be more happy and play with joy too. I mean, is that a correct assessment? Do you feel like you're playing free and enjoying your role with USC?
Yeah, I mean, it's a new opportunity, and obviously being a part of a new program is fun, and I think just both programs I was so grateful to be a part of, and I was just happy both ways. But yeah, for sure.
What went well tonight hitting against your former teammates?
We just kind of ran our system and focused on our game and do what we do every day in practice. West Coast volleyball is very different, so it's a different style for sure. So we kind of focused on that and just played our game, obviously. Losing 3-0 is not the best, but yeah, we're still good. We know what we need to do moving forward, and we're excited.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank
Look forward to
you.
being there.